Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to the video. Um, Unfortunately, I'm not the only one that's having issues with the heat. My computer is as well. So you'll have to forgive the lack of videos and such yesterday. Had to do some repairs on my computer. Thankfully, that will be a thing of the past here shortly, as I got my mini split in today and have been working on reading up and figuring out how to do the install. So hopefully in the next couple days I'll have it done and I can have normal temperatures in my room the rest of the year. Uh, Anyways, hopping right into the operational information as of, or sorry, I thought that was my birthday for a second, June 11th and not November 6th. Glory to Ukraine starts off the report as always. The 1,204th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 220 combat clashes were recorded yesterday. The enemy launched 4 missile strikes using 11 missiles and 90 airstrikes using 141 guided bombs. In addition, Russia carried out more than 5,279 artillery strikes. Of those strikes, 105 were from MLRSs. They also used 3,158 kamikaze drones to cause destruction. The aggressor carried out airstrikes in or around the settlements of Tupivka and Kupiansk in the Kharkiv region, Ivano-Frankish, Novopil in Donetsk, Olhivsky, Malanivka, Guliapol, and Malotokmaka in Zaporizhia, Valentensky, Okudro-Kimyanka in Kherson. Over the past day, aviation, missile, and artillery troops of the Defense Forces of Ukraine struck 14 areas of concentration of personnel and equipment. 5 artillery pieces, a UAV control point, and another important object of the Russian invaders. Going into the individual directions, but before that, the air alert map. Donetsk has been under air alert for 6 hours. Konstantinivka, explosions reported 5 hours, 3 minutes ago. Kharkiv just starting their air alert 1 minute, 26 seconds ago. And Sumy under air alert for 25 minutes. There were earlier missile strikes, drone strikes in Kherson and Kharkiv city. Had 2 attacks on it shortly ago. We're at 4:40 a.m. There's strikes at 2:49 and 1:38 a.m. in Ukraine. There were other strikes, but I want to get into back to the report. So let's head there, and the deep state map, zooming into Kharkiv area. Our troops repelled 3 enemy attacks in the areas of Voschansk, Dvorchina, and towards, I already lost it, Lipsy. Where is Lipsy? Lipsy, back over here north of Kharkiv. Excuse me for a minute. Moving down and over to Kupiansk direction. 12 attacks by the invaders took place over the past day. The defense forces repelled enemy assault actions near Stepova Novosilka, right there, and going to the south to Zeleny Gay. Heading further to the south to the oh, come on, voice cooperate. To the Lehman direction. The enemy attacked 22 times in this direction. They tried to advance near the settlements of Gorivkivka, Nadia. If we zoom in, it will pop up. There we go. Karpivka, Troitsky, Yampolivka, Zeleny Dolna, and Zeleny Dolna. Excuse me. Heading down to Surovisk. Ukrainian soldiers repelled 14 enemy attacks over the past day. Units of the occupiers tried to advance towards Girogorivka and Verkhnyo-Kamiansky. Heading over to Kramatorsk and Chasiv Yar area. 5 clashes were recorded in the Kramatorsk direction. The aggressor tried to advance towards Bilohora. Zooming in and heading a little to the south, right there, almost directly between Chasiv Yar and Toretsk. Speaking of Toretsk, the enemy carried out 17 attacks in the areas of Divlivka, Toretsk itself, Leonidivka, and Yablonivka. Still the hottest part of the front, we come over to Prokros direction, where our defenders stopped 57 assault and offensive actions of the aggressors in the areas of the settlements of Poltavka, Mirolubivka, zooming in, Mirny, Elizavetivka, Lisivka, Koltiny, Udachny, Novosorivka, Gorgovo, Koltanyarka. I believe I have to zoom in for Bogdanivka and Constantinople. In the Novopavlivka direction, very hot and heating up every day. 35 assaults took place near the settlements of Bagatar, Constantinople, Oridny, Kumar, Vesele, Novosilka, Velinipol. I keep mixing up Zeleny and Veliny, and Burlatsky. Zooming out and heading over to Huliopol and back in. The invaders carried out 6 attacks in the Malanivka area right here. Heading over to Orhiv direction. The enemy conducted 5 attacks in the areas of Stepova and towards Novodanlivka and Novoandrivka. Coming over to Dnipro and Kherson area. In the Prodniprovsky right there. The aggressor made 3 futile attempts to advance on our positions of our defenders. It does not show the settlements, but You can see from there, it's in the same areas, almost directly south of Kherson. So Oleshki and Golopristin areas. And going back to the north in the Kursk direction, as well as Sumy area, 28 combat clashes of varying intensity took place in the last 24 hours. In addition, the enemy carried out 28 airstrikes using 53 guided bombs, and also carried out 231 artillery shellings of the positions of our troops and settlements. 6 of those artillery strikes were from MLRS. In the Volyn and Polizia directions, no signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups have been detected. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and actively undermine the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Goes into the losses for today. We'll cover that with the graphic. Head back to the air alert map to keep an eye on things. UAVs over Kharkiv at the moment. And we end the report with join the defense forces. Together we will win. And they forgot the Slava Ukraina. They're allowed to forget some stuff once in a while. But heading to the graphic for the losses for today, 1,120 personnel lost by Russia today, either wounded or killed in action. Looks like tomorrow, the 12th, will be the day Russia reaches 1 million casualties. 8 additional tanks, 10,927 for the total. 15 more APVs, armored personnel vehicles, for a total of 22,783. 34 more artillery systems for a total of 29,016. And an MLRS was also taken out for a total of 1,413 of MLRSs. 240 UAVs, 7 cruise missiles, 124 vehicles, and 2 special equipment. That is the losses for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoy making them for the most part, except when it's freaking hot in my room. So if you did enjoy it, please hit the like. If you're not subscribed, remember to subscribe. But more importantly, keep supporting Ukraine. And on that note, have a good one, everybody, and stay safe out there.